Hello everyone, this is Mumbo and welcome back to another episode on the Hermitcraft server. It is episode 77 and today I am super excited to start recording this video because I have got some wonderful news. I am ready to go to America. Finally, I am ready to go to America. As you guys know, Minecon is happening on like the 24th to the 25th of September. I think potentially maybe I might have got those dates wrong, but it's happening around about then and I'm going to be going. I'm going to America. And I'm going to be going to the Minecraft convention, which is something that I haven't really done before. First off, I've never been to California, and I've never been to Los Angeles, so that's something that I'm very excited about. I went to New York a couple years ago, but I've heard that Los Angeles is like completely different, so that's something that I'm very excited for. But also, I've never been to like a massive convention outside of the country. Okay, I went to Minecon in London, that's pretty much the only one that I've ever gone to. Other than that, I haven't been to one. So this is all very, very exciting news, and I've just applied for my ESTA application type thing that should allow me to get into the country, which is very nice. I think I've done everything. I mean, I'm not 100% certain, okay? So there is a chance that I won't be able to get into the country, but me and my girlfriend are going. We're both going to the convention, and it should be very interesting indeed. Because, as I say, it's a totally new experience for me, and it's like an entirely new experience for my girlfriend, which should be interesting. So I am super, super excited. Let me know down in the comment section if you are going to be going to the Minecraft convention. I can't wait to see you there. Just make sure that you look out for me. I'll say hi, I'll sign your bits, and I'll say hello, shake your hand, that sort of thing. But anyway, aside from that, we've got a Hermitcraft episode to record, and we've got a bunch of really awesome plans. So, to start things off today, we're going to be doing something that I should have done a very long time ago. And that is transfer the items from my RV storage system up into the drone storage system. I did like a decent quantity of it. I've done around about half of the items, but there's still so much more that needs to be taken across because we've got that wonderful sorting system and we're yet to really use it. We're sort of back and forth between the RV. It's actually more annoying having them in both locations other than having them in one place. So this needs to be done. Okay, this finally needs to get done, and we're going to be doing it at the start of today's episode, which I'm sure is going to make a lot of you really quite happy. Let's do it. Can I just say, before this time-lapse starts, I apologise if you can hear some slightly industrial noises going on in the background. By the sounds of things, either my neighbours are doing some gardening or someone, somewhere, is doing some form of hard work. And that basically means that there's a bit of a racket going on back there. Cactus, string, sand. And we do the same thing once again. Cactus, string, sand. You know what, that sounds pretty good to me. Cactus, string, sand. 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 Cactus, string. Hey, pretty good. Cactus, string, sand. Cactus, string, sand. Cactus, string, sand. Cactus, string. Hey, that's good. Cactus, killer, cactus, cactus, killer, cactus, man. Cactus, killer, cactus, cactus, killer, cactus, sprinkle. Cactus, string, sand. Cactus, string, sand. Hey, cactus, string, sand. Cactus, string. Yeah. Cactus, string, sand. Cactus, string, sand. Hey, cactus, string, sand. I just love it. That's ridiculous. It's so fun, isn't it? Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we have been moving a lot of items from these chests right here, but I think we are just about done. I'm going to grab that stuff, maybe some iron, the fence post, the signs. Don't want the granite. You may have noticed I completely avoided the granite throughout this entire thing because I don't really want it in my sorting system. I've never used it and I don't have a use for it. So glowstone, yeah, we can take some of that. Some more signs, that's probably a good idea. I think that is everything. Now, I'll do another quick sweep, taking a look through all of the chests, making sure that I haven't left anything behind. But finally, we have done it. We have moved all of the items from the RV over up into the drone. And one thing that I do just want to say is I hope you enjoyed the music for that time lapse. You may have noticed I've got a new song. I have got a new song thanks to LAKEY Beatmaker. Now I have to say, this is something that I sort of expected when I watched back that video. I saw it coming, and instantly, as soon as that video was uploaded, there were tons of remixes hitting YouTube. But of course, Ellie Beatmaker, the creator of Sugarcane Pillar, Sugarcane Brick Wall, I just felt like, that had to be used in the time lapse. So I hope you found it enjoyable. Anyway, I'll go to chuck in the final items here, and that will be the project completed. Fantastic. Can I just say that I just looked in the time-lapse folder for that item moving time-lapse, and for some reason, I recorded quite a large quantity of it. I've got 46 minutes of footage of me just travelling from my RV up to this area. I mean, who wants to watch that? I might just upload it uncut. That'd be thrilling, wouldn't it? Anyway, next up on the to-do list, we have got ourselves a chest up in the storage system that actually appeared while I was transferring the items, and that is because False Symmetry has given me this book right here. Hey Mumbo, I have a redstone project that needs some work, and I thought you might be interested in helping out. I have built a room for evidence storage below the sheriff's office. This evidence needs to be locked up securely, which is why I need a 3x3 vault door. If you can help, it's located in the Orange District, Sheriff Office down the ladder inside. The rest should be pretty obvious. Let me know if you need any materials and payments. Thanks again, False. Well, that sounds like something interesting to work on. I love working on vault doors. They're one of my favourite types of doors. So let's gather up the resources and take a look at how much space we have to work with. I'm actually just in the process of designing this thing because I haven't done a 3x3 vault door in ages, and I'm just saying I'm doing a pretty good job. Like, the bottom mechanism is done, it's super fast, and also really compact. Redstone designing. Okay, just need to fill in the final blocks now, and that should be everything completed. Now, I have to say, this is not as compact as it can possibly be. You can see we've got one block overhang on that side, which is a bit of a shame, but look how vast it is. That's bonkers. Seriously bonkers quick, and it can be made faster. Hang on a minute. Let's try this, right. Even faster. I've just made it even faster. I mean, this thing's ridiculous. 3x3 vault door. Very small quantities of redstone. We've got a few sticky pistons, and well, we've got a bunch of sticky pistons in fact, because these vault doors aren't cheap in terms of those. But this thing should be relatively easy to build. I just hope it's small enough for the space that False Symmetry has provided us. Haven't actually looked at that yet. Fantastic news, ladies and gentlemen. We are back to making a profit with our casino. We have got 21 diamonds. That means that we have made maybe 5 diamonds over the past couple of days, that's good. I mean, that's seriously good for something that I don't have to restock, don't have to do anything for. Awesome. 21 diamonds. I can't remember how much we started with, but I feel like we're making a profit at this point in time. So, I've just come down into the evidence area, and by the look of things, this isn't a vault door. We need to design a 3x3 normal door. This is where you look before you come to these places. I'm fairly certain I saw the word vault door. I mean, 3x3 vault door. I guess it's just a door for the vault. I'll have to send a message to False Symmetry to just quickly clarify. But, oh, now I look stupid, don't I? I'm an idiot. I've come to the wrong storage system. We're going over to the industrial district right now. Was that a redstone torch? No, I saw it in my own inventory. Right, that is definitely 3 spoon counts all at once. So that's 1 for getting the wrong type of door. It's 1 for going to the wrong storage system. It's 1 for thinking that I saw a redstone torch when actually it was just a torch in my own inventory. We've got 1 because I missed it from the previous episode. And we have another 1 because I've forgotten to transfer a lot of the items from down here up into the RV. So I'm currently in the process of doing that. We've got 9 total spoon counts on Hermitcraft, and it's only been like 4 or 5 episodes. This is concerning. Not gonna lie, guys, I have spent around about the past hour and a half just faffing around trying to get everything done for this door. But as you can see, we are now in the area. We have got all of the resources finally with droppers, hoppers, and comparators and things. So we should be good to go in that department. I think I have got the right design in mind. In theory, we are just building a regular 3x3 piston door, and that will be going right here. So let's start chucking in the blocks. Right, so with this little dot of redstone, we should have everything done for the bottom part of our 3x3 piston door. So here goes. Extension, that's good. And retraction! Oh, that's awesome! I did that without a tutorial and without having built a 3x3 piston door for a very long time indeed. So that, for those of you who don't know, is the hard part done. It is now time to crack on with the easy bit, which are all of the pistons that go around the outside. So we're going to need 3 going up to the top on that side. We're going to need another 3 on this side as well, just going up like that. And then we're going to need our 1 in the middle facing downwards. It's pretty much done. Everything should be done. Everything should be done. I do believe all of the redstone is linked up. I've had to do some slightly funky bits and pieces with the redstone here just to make it fit in the space, but hopefully False Symmetry is happy with that, and I think it looks pretty cool. So let's chuck in all the blocks going up the sides like that, chuck in all of these blocks as well, and let's flick the lever. Yes, we have got closure, and we have got opening. Ladies and gentlemen, that looks amazing. Seriously, I've done a good job. Okay, no denying, and I'm going to blow my own trumpet here. I've done a really good job with this one. This looks fantastic. So now what we have to do is we need to hook this lever up here, this input, into a slightly better spot. And I can see the False Symmetry has got some buttons on these blocks right here. I feel like that's fairly high hopes. I don't think I'm going to be able to do that simply because, yeah, the redstone line goes right there. But I think we can compromise, and I think we can place the buttons on the edges of these logs here. So we just break those and maybe chuck it down there. Then we can take a repeater output from that log. That'll be fine. We can do exactly the same thing on the other side. And on this side, it should be a similar story. Yeah, I'd say we're able to do that. And that should be a perfect little solution to False Symmetry's input problem. The redstone is in. T flip-flop has been designed and placed. And I have to say, I don't have the highest hopes for this one, because I sort of went all over the place, but let's do it. Oh, that's good. Right, let's test this button. That's good. All right, let's test this button. Excellent news. Ladies and gentlemen, despite the 4 spoon counts that we've had at the start of today's episode, my redstone skills are super on point today. Now, let's just work out where she wants these blocks to go. So I guess that needs to be spruce wood. Have I lost blocks? I'm really sorry, False. I don't know if that's correct. I don't know if that's how you wanted it, but that's the way that you're going to have it. And as you can see, our door is working flawlessly. It is working absolutely flawlessly, and I do believe there was actually a few blocks of the diorites inside here, maybe 1 or 2 like that. I think it was something like that. So this is what we've got. False, I hope you are happy with your new doorway. I personally am pretty chuffed with it, so yeah, let me know what you think. Now that we've moved all the items from the RV over into the drone and also built an awesome piston door for False Symmetry, we have now got a new project at hand. I've been reading through the suggestions of things to do in the community builds area, and you guys have been going crazy. I mean, seriously, you've been going completely crazy. So crazy that I've actually gone invisible somehow. But yeah, you've been going crazy, which is awesome, and I've loved seeing all of the responses. And we're going to get things started with a slightly less crazy response, which is to build a roller coaster with a jump. Now, the reason that this caught my eye is because, quite simply, we've got a massive toilet in our community builds area at the minute. I feel like it would be rude not to do a jump into the toilet. That just definitely seems like a good idea to me. So as you can see, I've got a few rails in my inventory. We've got some orange hardened clay. That seems like a pretty good option for the blocks to use for the roller coaster because they're quite bright. Maybe we could use some slightly different blocks for the structural elements. Maybe some cobblestone or some stone bricks to actually hold up the rails. That would probably be a good idea. But other than that, I'm going to try my best to wind this thing around all of the builds in the community builds area so far. And I think it should end up looking pretty good. By the look of things, this situation has happened again. We have got a bunch of zombies this time. We've got so many of them. How many are even back there? This is like the new XP grinder that we've developed. That's ridiculous. Going to be honest with you, don't know if roller coaster designing is really my thing. I seem to be struggling with it just a tiny bit. And as you can see, we sort of just have like a big noodle just wrapping around the community builds area. This doesn't look good. This doesn't look like a roller coaster. It looks a bit silly. I feel like it looks a tiny bit silly. Maybe when we get some supporters in place, then it will look a tiny bit better. But right now, it just looks a little bit all over the place. But I'm going to try my best to run this up into some form of drop. I guess we'll drop it right into the bowl there. And then it will make its way out from the bottom of the bowl and do some funny business around here. Then it will wrap its way around the tooth and basically do roller coaster stuff. But to be honest, I don't know. Let's take a look at it from afar and see how it looks. Yeah, it looks silly. It looks exactly as I thought it was going to look, which is stupid. It looks stupid. I feel like maybe when I get some rails on there, and maybe when I get some supports in place, this will start to make a tiny bit more sense. But right now, it looks like I've left some scaffolding blocks in place, which isn't really the sort of style that I'm going for here. I'll be honest, guys. I have no idea what I'm doing. You would not believe how much time I've spent on this thing. You would not believe how much time I've spent trying to build this thing and trying to make it look all pretty. It's not working, is it? It's just so not working. Look, let's jump over here and take a look at it from this hillside right here. This is how we judge all the things in the community builds area. It looks a mess. It looks a mess. It does look a tiny bit better than it did beforehand, but no, it doesn't though, does it? It looks just all over the place. What am I doing? What on earth am I doing? I just don't know anymore. Guys, I've got some really fantastic news. This tweet has just made its way onto my timeline, and it's totally not from my girlfriend, and I totally didn't ring her beforehand asking her to tweet this. That's just crazy talk. And it's asking me to build a horrendously ugly roller coaster. Now, as you can see, I've already cracked on with this. I've started work on the project because who am I to deny what the fans want? Clearly, this is what the fans want. I asked you guys to suggest builds, and clearly this person has just spontaneously decided that they really, really want me to build a horrendously ugly roller coaster. So this is what I've done. And as you can see, I've done a good job. I have done a very good job at building a horrendously ugly roller coaster. There it is. Oh, it's perfect. It's just what the fans wanted. It's disgusting in the best possible way. Oh, I'm such a mess. So with this final lever, everything will be completed. The horrendously ugly roller coaster that also happens to have a jump has now been finished, and we're about to give this thing a tester. Hopefully it's good fun. That can be its one redeeming factor. So here goes. We're traveling off. Instantly take damage on the edge of the toilet, but that's pretty good. That was pretty cool. This is good. This is a fun roller coaster. I'm having a blast over here. And does the jump work? Not quite. I really overestimated how far that minecart was going to fly. It flew one block. That's pretty terrible. I was expecting much more from that. But one thing that we could do is we could actually add water on the edges to, like, maybe carry the minecart onto the minecart rail. I still feel like that's like a little bit too far, but that would look cool. You guys have been asking for water in the toilet for ages, so let's give it a go. I wish I'd known about these supplies earlier. Why on earth are there 51 sticky pistons, a bunch of comparators and things in this chest? In this random chest? Just, I'm an idiot. I don't think you guys realise how much of a struggle it is to do this without them Strider. I'm now flying with my Elytra. Oh, this is so difficult. But all of the water is in for about half of our toilet, and then the other side I've actually done it a lot more sensibly, but then I ran out of blocks, which isn't so sensible. So let's just go across and take out all of these, and we should see the water will just flow down to the bottom of the toilet, and already it's looking pretty glorious. But what I will say is that this side looks slightly different to the other side. Does it? Am I going crazy there? No, actually, they all look pretty similar. Fantastic. This looks great. Now, I just want to say I apologise for the mess that has been the past couple clips. It's been all over the place. I've been making all sorts of mistakes and building all sorts of horrific things, but a few things have happened. Number one, I built a slime block launcher that should launch us up into the sky and down onto this minecart track right here. I've also made a big mess with the water, but then I just about managed to fix it. Even if it is a little bit ugly, it does work for the time being. So we now have a minecart track that actually runs out of this thing. So the last thing that we have to do is we actually have to test this thing out, and I have to say I'm a tiny bit nervous because I really want this to work. I want it to work flawlessly, and the past couple tests haven't been so flawless. I mean, I've been trying this thing out, I've been trying my best to get it to work, and it doesn't seem to be functional. Well, let's see. That was an embarrassment, to be honest with you. What an embarrassment that is. Seriously? We went, what, like 2/3 of a block? How? We got launched up into the sky. How have we only travelled that far? This thing's just rubbish. Oh, this really put me in a bad mood. After spending a bunch of time trying to work out how to do the minecart launches in a way that we can actually be fired upwards and land on that minecart rail there, I've sort of concluded that I can't be bothered anymore. I mean, I've tried so hard to make it work in a way that looks okay and sort of functions that it's not worth it anymore. So what I've done is I've come up with a slightly dodgy solution. I mean, this is definitely a bodge job right here, but I've just chucked in a few extra minecart rails down at the bottom here. So for anyone outside the toilet, it looks like I've just flown into the toilet. But for anyone looking on the inside of the toilet, I fly into the toilet, land on some more rails, then fly off those rails and land at the rails at the bottom, which, you know what, I think is pretty cool. It seems to work quite nicely, and also it's like 2 jumps. Instead of just doing 1 jump, we now do 2 jumps as well. So we're about to do the maiden voyage of this thing. Believe it or not, I haven't tested it. It works perfectly in my head, so why would it not work in Minecraft, which I know is very famous last words. Let's pop up around the roller coaster. This thing is still hilariously good fun. And then we travel up like this, and there it is, and there it is, and there we go. We made it, and we continue on. That was unexpected. This thing works like a charm. This thing actually works. I'm very happy with it, even if I sound a tiny bit disappointed. Trust me, I'm chuffed. I do apologise that I've spent 10 minutes of today's episode creating this mess right here, but I had not expected it to be such a horrible, disgusting project. So anyway, we're going to leave that thing behind now, and we're going to start work on something slightly different, which is resource gathering. That is right, ladies and gents, we're going to do another Mumbo Jumbo AFK session. This time, however, we are not going to be doing it down at the bottom here, we're going to be doing it up at the top of the mob spawner. And one thing that I am going to do before I do that is I'm actually going to fix up the mob spawner so that it doesn't have any holes in the roof, because that seems like a pretty big flaw in the design. My elytra ran out! My elytra ran out! Oh my word! Seriously, what is going on in today's episode? I don't understand. Oh, 10 on the spoon counter. Let's try and get that stuff. I can't believe that. That's just... it just sums up the end of today's episode, doesn't it? It just sums it up perfectly. And I'm probably going to get destroyed by this zombie too. So, by the look of things, everything is fixed. I've also fixed up all of the slime block bits. So now it's time to actually try our best to make our way onto the AFK platform itself, which could be a challenge with my elytra flying skills. But no, I've just about made it. I mean, that was a bit of a haphazard entry, but you know what? I'm going to count that as a success. So now it's time to go AFK overnight. I'm going to see how many mob drops I can get from this thing. Fingers crossed it goes really well, because of course this thing is now fully operational. So let's wait and see. So guys, in typical Mumbo Jumbo fashion, last night when I left the office, I managed to turn off my PC, which means that we were AFK for probably around about 5 to 6 hours, I do believe. I don't know if we got kicked beforehand. I completely forgot I was actually AFK on the Hermitcraft server. So let's pop on down and take a look at how many item drops that we actually have. What? How did that happen? I swear we were falling really slowly. Oh, this is not good. This is so not good. We're gonna die a bunch of times. Hopefully no items fell off the edge of the drone as well. This could be potentially quite bad. I'm definitely going to have to add a couple numbers to the spoon counter here, because, yeah, this is not brilliant. So by the look of things, everything but my elytra is actually up at the top here, which means that we're going to have to pop down to the bottom and quickly take a look and see if we can find this, because that would be bad. If we manage to lose the elytra, I will be extremely upset. Right, there it is. Hopefully we pick that up, because otherwise that's going to get blown up by a creeper. Excellent. Okay, so we've got that. We have got everything else. Oh no. Oh no. No. Oh my word. Where am I? I feel like this could be really bad. There's my helmet. Yeah, I don't really know what to say here. I can't teleport away. We need to make sure that we just get over to a bed, and we can sleep through the night, and we can set our spawns, and we don't take any fall damage, because right now I don't actually have any food. We're on half a heart. Oh, I think we're now safe. And we've got some carrots. Sadly, I think I might have just lost my helmet, and I'm in the process of being killed again. This is this is not the way that I wanted this AFK session to end, I can promise you that. But yeah, unfortunately, by the look of things, I've looked around this area for a little while now, and there's just nothing. absolutely nothing around here. There's no helmet whatsoever. That helmet was awesome as well. That's really annoying. I felt like it wasn't 5 minutes as well. Oh, there's my levers, so it hasn't despawned just yet. There's my iron blocks. Where's the helmet? Seriously. I saw it just a couple seconds ago. Is it up on the edge of here? There it is. There it is. No? Oh. I really like that helmet too. And after all that, by the look of things, we weren't AFK for very long at all. Like, much less than what I thought. Which means that we must have been disconnected from the server. I mean, this has just gone awfully. Look, we've got just over 1.5 stacks of bones. That's it. That's all we've managed to get. And of course, it's the same thing on the other side. We still have a bunch of gunpowder, and we still have like a few bones and things. But that's embarrassing. That is really, really embarrassing. I mean, that's terrible. We've done absolutely terribly. So let's just pop down to the bottom of the industrial district, and I think we should add a couple digits to the spoon counter. So we add 1 for logging off. That's definitely something that, you know, we could have avoided there. So 1 for that. 1 for somehow dying. And 1 for losing my helmet. Because I remember I saw it on the screen, but unfortunately I only had like half a heart at the time, so I wasn't able to pick it up. So we're now on 13 on the spoon counter, most of which has come from today's episode, which isn't particularly brilliant. But unfortunately, ladies and gents, that's all I've got time for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to hit that like button, and if you really loved it, then make sure to subscribe. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Mumbo, and I'm out. I'll see you later.